the structure of this book, because this is not a book where you read a review of the literature and theory and then read a case to, in a sense, prove the point. You chose a whole different structure. There's no literature review. There's a glossary. Talk a little bit about how that came about.
One of the problems that I had was that I couldn't focus. I had an anxiety disorder. I had an impulse disorder. And because the training institute where I trained could be interested in people with all kinds of disorders, I fit in very nicely there. But only until I started writing the final paper did I have to struggle with reading. Before then, I would skim read an article and then I would go to class and I would learn from other people what was in that article. So sometimes I would have to take a class 3-4 times over. There were several classes by the time I graduated, 17 years after the training, where I had taken many of the classes over and over. So that's how I learned how to absorb the theory, and it all happened within the context of the classroom group. So everything had context and meaning. Everything had a story for me. And if it didn't, it made no sense to me. I look at a page and I start reading theory, and I cannot fundamentally understand it until I'm presented with a case, because then I can feel it. So whatever's missing in my higher cortex gets activated through my lower brain, and then it makes sense to me.